Right, evening everyone. I'm all dressing gowned up, ready for bed, cheap cider on the go. I'm going to do a video on tabbing. I'm going to tab the bottom of this catapult. It's a catapult I originally tabbed and made myself. Believe it or not, it's the first catapult I made about 6 years ago, getting back into catapults. Little ivy piece bolted, but I tabbed that with dental floss using John Webb Senior's video. And it's a bit similar to this, but a bit different in a way that this is actually knotted, whereas his is left loose and you just go over it with super glue. Now the stuff that I'm using here is, I'm not sure, whipping twine. There you go. This works perfect, so buy this. Big long piece, doubled over, so you've got to loop one end. Get that loop? Now take your loose ends, put it through your loop, pull it through, so you're creating kind of a noose, or I don't know what you call that. I don't know, I'm not good with them knots, but you get what I mean. Right, you put it over your tab. Now it is going to be a bit fiddly, but you will get there. Get it over your tab and pull it in tight. Now once you've got it pulled in tight, you're alright. Now work out whether you're starting at the top or at the bottom. Now I'm going to start at the top because I know where I stand then. Pull it tight. Now that's the benefit of doing this loop and not just whipping around normal, because you can get a good tight bond from the off. And that's a little technique. I don't know, it's probably been used by other people, so I'm not claiming it's my technique, because John Webb's used this technique and it works perfect. But there's another little way I'm going to do it. Now what I would do then, I would give that a good tight pull. Put my finger over where it's pulling. You get one strand, put it to one side, and another strand, you put it to the other side, so you've got two separate strands. Now I'd get one strand, it's hard to explain, but I'd loop it like that. So I've got a loop, so this now strand is coming downwards and I've got a loop, yeah? Then I would take the other strand and I would start whipping it round. Hang on a minute, I've done that strand right. Now you've got to make sure where you're getting the loop. The loop has got to go on the bottom part. So exactly the same as I've just done it, but instead of the loop being faced upwards, the loop's facing downwards. Then you ignore that piece, get your thumb on it, so that piece is face coming up, and then you get this other piece and you whip around the loop. So you're whipping over the loop. They call this method, I think it's called a Spanish knot. So you're just whipping round really tight, get it really tight. Once you've got a couple of whips around, you're alright. Push them all up so they're all neat, and because this is quite a decent thick stuff, you can get them all forming like little soldiers as you whip round. Get a good bite into your leather, nice and tight, remembering to pull that other strand out the way. Go round. I'm only doing it rough here. You could look, I'm leaving quite a gap, but you can push them up. Look, they will push up. Whipping round. As I said, I'm doing it a bit rough, but it'll still bind the same. And you just keep whipping round until you've got it to where you want to be. You know what I mean? You want a good few whips on there, 10, 12 or more. That ain't very tight in together, but you could slide them all up and they will all go good. When you're doing it on your own one, you'll make sure you get it level. Until you get it to where you want to go, you're coming to an end. Get that, put it through your loop and pull it, yeah? Get your other long strand and pull it through. It then starts to pull that underneath. Pull it all the way up, not too far, but enough so it's all under and bind. Then cut it nice and neat at both ends. Now you can do it even neater than that, where you pull them right under. They actually will pull right under, so it's nice and neat. But that then is a good strong tab. And as I said, I've just done that quick, so I look at the gaps in between there. If you're taking your time to do it, you'll get that perfect all the way around, nice and smooth, nice and tight. You won't have these little flicky bits off there because you'll have pulled them under nice and neat. You'll cut that one back short, and that is a good strong whip. That ain't going nowhere with force. And then what I would do with that, again, not my idea, I see Bill Stockings does it a lot on his. I would then mix up some epoxy resin and I would go all over the whipping with epoxy resin just to stop it fraying, so that way when your fingers are on it rubbing like that, nothing's going to fray. But that's a good solid whip. Bit neater you want to do it, but you can get the gist of what I'm doing there, lads. Cheers, I hope you all find that helpful.